Broadcasting of the revolution will be limited, but you'll know it has begun when you hear this gun in my hand.
5 minutes after 8 a.m. in a conference room at the Magnum Radio Network building.
Where did those gunshots come from? Relax, that was my gavel.
I don't think you need a gavel for this meeting, Mr. Mackinder.
Never pass up an opportunity to use a gavel, kid. All right, I know it's a hassle, but we got to do this for the network boys. In attendance today, we got Falk Zildjian, inadministrable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun. I'm Gary Mackinder, Falk's business manager. Last but not least, we got Billy Narrator Jr., intern.
Falk said my job title could be Best Boy Electric.
Fine, whatever. We really should have your dad here too, Billy.
I'm here, Gary. I'm just not present physically.
How am I supposed to mark you down for attendance? Incorporeal presence? We never get these kind of problems on soap operas. Anyhow, me and you guys are the entire cast, crew, and staff of This Gun in My Hand. I want to thank all of you for filling out the employee engagement survey as required by the network. We got 100% response rate, which is a great start. Has anybody seen Castro today? We're going to have to table that, Falk. The network is breathing down my neck here. Let's get this done, and then we can move on to new business. All right, but can we make this as quick as possible, Gary? There could be crimes happening right now that I'm not able to stop. I'll try, Falk. Now, the purpose of this exercise is to facilitate communication about anything you think could be improved on your job. Anything you're happy with, anything you're not happy with. We spend time training up employees, making an investment in them. If they're unhappy, they leave. That means we lost the investment and got to start all over again training a replacement. So it makes good sense to keep you people happy, within reason.
More money would be nice.
Within reason, I said. So let's talk about your answers to the survey. We had your responses typed up by a secretary and compiled without names attached. Here's a copy for each of you. Completely anonymous, so you don't have to worry about offending your manager and having your performance evaluation affected. Won't be any kind of reprisals on account of what you wrote. I'm the one that hires or fires you, Gary, not the other way around. A business manager isn't that kind of manager.
Can I say something? How anonymous can it be when there's only 3 of us filling out the survey? You know us well enough, you can tell which one of us wrote any given comment.
How would I do that? I'm a mind reader? Let's get to the first question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like working for Magnum Radio Network? Average score, 3. Then there's a comment box to go along with it. First comment is, we should have more guns.
Guns, 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 guns and ice cream, guns, guns.
Big mystery who wrote that comment. I don't know for sure. It could have been any of you. The biggest gun proponents in the gun nut capital of the world. Even Bill uses them, although I'm not sure how. Be that as it may, you each got as many company-issued guns as we can afford. The network has a budget. We can pass our comments up to them, but there's not a lot of wiggle room for more equipment or higher wages. Which brings us to the second comment, which was, more money would be nice. Like I say, not much we can do. We can let them know you're dissatisfied. I guess if they judge you're dissatisfied enough, the boys upstairs might do something about it. Every one of you's been with us from the beginning. 5 years so far. Or is it 1 year? Either way, we don't want to lose all that experience. This meeting could have been a phone call.
This meeting could have been a postcard.
All right, everybody get down. On the ground. Right now.
Caesar, cut it out. I told you, we're in solidarity with the workers. It's the capitalists we're gunning for.
What about the professional managerial class?
We'll figure that out later.
Who are you? What is this? If you're looking to steal expensive radio equipment, the studios are on the 2nd and 3rd floors.
No, nothing like that, brother. That's small potatoes. We're seizing the means of production.
I'm sorry, this is going to disrupt our cycle. Can you create a ticket for your work on seizing the means of production? Then the delivery manager can prioritize it among the other projects.
You might like playing at being cops, but we're not handing out tickets like cops do. Any crime punishable by a fine is effectively legal for rich people.
I can create the ticket for him, Gary. Do you want me to create a ticket for my time spent creating tickets?
Of course. It's tickets all the way down. Just watch out for counterfeits. What?
He's talking about counterfeit skee-ball tickets.
Oh, good one, Falk. I'm serious. They're still circulating.
Hey, you're Falk Zildjian.
And your name is... Just a sec, it'll come to me. Something mechanical like cog or tool. No, I've got it. You're Knob.
Almost. It's Crank, leader of the Real American Paramilitary Organization, formerly known as G.I. Jake. Then we stopped pussyfooting around and renamed our team the Warlords. But that's all in the past. We've come around to a new way of thinking.
You were getting too gentle as warlords and decided to get tougher?
No. See, I picked up this pamphlet I found at a bus stop. It explained political economy in a way I never heard before. Finally, things make sense. Before I even finished reading it, I started spreading the word. I told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends.
How are you making your voice multiply? I'd love to learn how to do that.
Taking time out to learn that would be out of scope for Q4. We can put it on the roadmap for projects in Q1 1940.
Advanced Tuvan throat singing technique. But anyway, that's how we all became radicalized. We're now known by the acronym FALGIS, Fully Automated Luddite Gaiety in Space. It's not only what we call ourselves, it's our vision of the future.
Wow, that's a mouthful. You might be a little mixed up, though. If you're Luddites, why are you striving for a future that's fully automated and in space?
We're in space right now, Falk. Earth is moving through space. But it's a common misconception that Luddites were opposed to technology. Luddism is about using technology to help everyone, not as a weapon of oligarchs in the class war.
So you're making war on warlords now?
I know, it's a little embarrassing that we were warlords as recently as last week, but we're not like that anymore.
You guys were so gung-ho about war. I think you even had a member who called himself gung-ho.
No, he's from a rival group. We don't talk about them. Don't get me wrong, we're still excited about war, just not the old wars we used to fight. Now we see there's no war but class war.
Ah, well, I'm glad you're not planning to shoot anybody here, but I really need to find Castro.
Because an injury to one is an injury to all.
Right, we want to avoid injuries.
Our beef is not with workers like you, it's with those who exploit you.
And they're running dogs, not just the capitalists, but the professional managerial class too. What's that?
Those are the middle management types who aren't wealthy enough to own the means of production, but they're paid to work against the interests of workers. Their situation is just as precarious as workers, and yet they're on the side of capitalists.
Like Gary.
What? No, it's like Falk said. Business managers are more like, independent. In fact, my job is to get the best deals for Falk and the rest of you workers against the interest of the bosses.
What should we do with him, Crank?
Let him go for now. His motives are too confusing.
Seriously, Crank, what do you hope to gain by storming the Magnum Radio Network building?
We need to spread the word over the airwaves that capitalism is a racket. It only benefits the rich at the expense of workers. Heck, don't take my word for it. You should get a copy of this pamphlet for yourself.
The Communist Manifesto?
No! What do you think I am, a pinko? This pamphlet was written by a certain faithful Filipino valet we both know from right here in Parabellum City.
You mean...
Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Daily Sentinel Press.
From the printers of Parabellum City's leading newspaper comes the most anticipated memoir of 1939. Rit Breed, daring young publisher, calls it a blast of wake-up gas. Conspiracy researcher Cherry Pachyderm says, I find new depths of meaning every time I read it. Reformed supervillain Sticky Fingers Pete says, I couldn't put it down. A sensitive young crime fighter experiencing new feelings, new worlds, new genders, and new guns. A doorway to a topsy-turvy dimension filled with sensual pleasures, pain, betrayal, yearning, exploitation, plus a cogent analysis of the power dynamics between capitalists and workers. Immerse yourself in a world you never imagined with the new memoir, A Political Economy of Small Arms in the Negative Space, by Castro, faithful Filipino valet of the Emerald Ash Borer. Oh, the yearning. Any views or opinions expressed in this pamphlet are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the Emerald Ash Borer, Daily Sentinel Publishing, Magnum Radio Network, their parent or affiliate companies or shell corporations, or their parents.
So you're saying there's been a revolution, and it was led by Castro.
He didn't lead it, he inspired it. You remember that machine he developed to open a gateway into negative space?
Yeah, an alternate reality where my doppelganger was a clumsy loser named Flinch Zip Jam, and Castro's doppelganger was a woman named Keiko.
Well, he mentions in his pamphlet that he sent you on a mission there, back in episode 51.
He asked for my help. I was in the negative space for a minute or less.
Well, by modulating his transportal, or maybe the Davenportal device on the other side, he was able to, I forget what they call it, something to do with the capacity of flux. Time was all fluxed up. He spent 8 months in the negative space, but when he came back here, no time had passed.
Like in that fairy tale, The Witchy Lion Closet.
That's what his pamphlet was all about, his time spent in the other dimension. The negative space United States is ruled by a racist dictator who's a little too handsy with the ladies, even by 1939 standards. Castro was able to escape to a futuristic paradise where they live out the ideals of fully automated Luddite gaiety in space.
You mean...
Yes, Canada.
Why didn't Castro tell me about all this? Do you know where he is right now?
Sure. Little boy Blue, get Castro on the horn, will you?
Hey, you took my advice on the kid's codename.
What? Oh, yeah.
I can't believe one guy got your whole paramilitary organization to change its worldview with a pamphlet.
Castro wasn't our only influence. Catch 2022 foretells of a series of utopian films in the future. The heroes claim to be on a scientific mission, but they're really a paramilitary organization like ours. They explore strange new worlds, seeking out new life and new civilizations to hook up with. They're called Star Trek.
Save it. It's bad enough listening to Catch 2022 with his second-hand accounts of movies I'd never watch. I don't need to hear a third-hand retelling.
Well, anyways, their political system sounds really great. Our first step towards that future was to give everyone code names to go along with our new mission. Let me introduce...
Wait, stop. You do this to me every time. You start listing code names for a bunch of your soldiers and it brings the forward movement of the episode to a dead stop. I'm sorry, we have to keep things moving.
You mean the exciting forward movement of your meeting about engagement survey results?
Okay, that is also getting in my way. I need to escape from the meeting and your introductions.
Please, can you just take a minute? It would mean so much for the guys to meet you.
I met them all before. They just have new names.
Please.
Hut. All right, fine.
Over here is primitive accumulation.
Hello.
And historical materialist.
Hello.
Commodity fetishist.
Hi.
Central planner.
What are we doing now?
This guy's labor theory of value.
Hello.
And you remember these ladies?
Sure, who could forget guns and butter? Hi, girls. You didn't change your code names?
Certainly not. Whatever your ideology, everybody needs guns and butter.
G.I. Jake code names used to involve puns, like the guys in your Shakespearean squad, Strategic Hamlet and Mecha Do About Nothing. The new names are just straightforward Marxist concepts.
Yes, we had to cut out the puns. I'm still a newcomer to all this, but my understanding is that leftists are supposed to be devoid of humor.
Okay, yeah. Sir?
What is it, Caesar?
I think you're forgetting. My code name is still a pun. Caesar of the means of production.
Oh, well, we'll overlook that for now. But watch out during the next round of purges, you rascal.
How come you're still called Crank?
I'm workshopping ideas for my new code name. I was thinking I'd be Tragedy of the Enclosure of the Commons. Get it? Like some reactionary brings up that cliche about the tragedy of the commons, and I'd say, more like Tragedy of the Enclosure of the Commons.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a joke, so I should avoid that anyway.
Because humor is forbidden or because it's not funny? Hut. Sir, we should get equipment and uniforms for these new recruits and secure the rest of the building.
New recruits? I didn't sign up for your cause.
You're either with us or against us, kid.
Let's circle back to that after the revolution. We'll wait and see which side wins.
Give them some time, Caesar. I'm sure they'll come around. You know, even before our radicalization, I had an idea for modernizing G.I. Jake. I heard this newfangled technique where you take the name of a government agency and shorten it by just pronouncing the first syllable of each word. You know, like counterintelligence program becomes COINTELPRO, or the international police becomes Interpol.
Sure, syllabic abbreviation. That's where we get terms like sci-fi and FinDom.
What's FinDom?
How can I put this? When a man and woman really love each other...
Okay, I'm familiar with that. Yeah, say no more. So I thought using that abbreviation pattern would make our team sound modern.
I see. And the first syllable of each word in G.I. Jake would be...
Just G.I. Jake. Yeah, so it didn't shorten it.
Look at it this way. You've accidentally been pronouncing your team name in the modern way for years.
Hey, yeah.
Why don't you apply that to the new name of your group? Fully Automated Luddite Gaiety in Space. Let's see, that would be Full Aut Lud Gay Space.
Now you can see why we went with Falgus instead.
Better yet, you could pronounce the letter I in Falgus a little differently, and the acronym would be Fall Guys. No, forget I said anything.
Yeah, no. Hi, everybody. I got here as fast as I could. Castro, thanks for coming. Falk said he needed to talk to you. Falk, what are you doing here?
Castro, old buddy, I'm glad I caught you, before you could do more damage.
What have you done? Why, Zildjian? Why would you shoot one of your oldest friends?
Oh, quit the strained voice routine. I know you're an imposter.
It's him, Falk. That's Castro.
That's a robot, cleverly designed to look and sound like a human.
The word is android, but I'm not. I'm flesh and blood just like you.
If you were flesh and blood, you wouldn't be sparking like that.
Would you believe I'm a cyborg?
Can it, Tin Can? Where are you hiding the real Castro?
In the Castro.
You've trapped him in a space inside himself? My God, I'll need help from Dr. Strange to unravel this puzzle.
No, it's a neighborhood in San Francisco. The Castro.
Oh, right. Good. Falk, I think something fishy's going on. These two guys, Castro and Crank, their voices are indistinguishable.
It's okay, Gary. I can tell them apart. Castro's voice is pitched 15% lower than Falk's, but Crank's is only 9% lower.
That's my boy. And what do we say when it's hard to tell people's voices apart, Billy?
Acoustics are weird in Parabellum City, so everybody sounds alike.
He comes by it honestly.
If you think assassinating Castro will stop us, Zildjian, you're wrong. This isn't a cult of personality where we'll fall into disarray without a leader. We believe the principles he taught us. This movement will go on without him. Without me, without Caesar.
I'm not trying to stop your revolution. This is great. I'm with you all the way.
Then why did you shoot him?
Because these and/or-oids impersonating humans are dangerous. You have to shoot him on principle. Anyway, he's not fully destroyed. I can take him to Doc Salvage for reprogramming.
What gave it away? How did you know I wasn't the real Castro?
I knew it when I heard episode 140, Passage to the Orient.
You didn't even appear in that episode.
I always listen to my own show. When you were talking to your co-star, you told him all the languages you speak.
I started to. That guy Harlan interrupted me before I finished.
And what did you tell him?
I speak Spanish, Tagalog, a little Chinese, and Cebuano.
There you go. All I had to hear was Tagalog.
What about it? It's one of the most common languages spoken in the Philippines.
Why would a person who speaks Tagalog mispronounce the name of their own language as Tagalog? Unless they were some ignorant American who had only seen the word written and never heard it spoken.
I'm not an ignorant American. I'm an android who was programmed by an ignorant American. Curse you, Zildjian.
What?
So you caught me with a shibboleth.
Whoa, the network sent a memo about that, guys. We should try not to mention those things. The author who invented shibboleths, do you know what he named his cat? Now that you've spread the word about Castro's manifesto, what production are you planning to seize the means of next, Crank?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought that far ahead.
Hey, Falk, I got a suggestion. Yeah? Well, you know the success rate of G.I. Jake here. I mean, Team Gaiety. You know how most of their past deployments have gone? Oh, yeah. And their typical body count. Right. Since we have that ally who can see the future, we know one place where the revolution is definitely going to take hold.
Oh, Canada.
I see where you're going with this. The Fall Guys could establish a hidden base there and do a lot of training.
We could soften up some targets.
No, just training. Sit tight there until you hear further instructions from Castro. The real Castro this time.
That sounds great. Let's get on the move, boys.
And ladies.
And assorted personnel. Hut. When the Revolution Scrums, episode 142 of This Gun in My Hand, was produced by the means of Rob Northrop. This episode and all others are available on YouTube with automatically generated closed captions of dialogue. Visit thisguninmyhand.blogspot.com for credits, show notes, archives, and to buy my books, such as Sisyphus Eat Your Heart Out, available in paperback and ebook from Amazon. How do I signal the beginning or end of the 2-week intervals by which we measure progress in the revolution? With this gun in my hand.